Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for our continued looks at the FigureMasters X-Men figures. So today we're going to be taking a look at the FigureMasters Magneto figure, which is meant to go alongside your Professor X from FigureMasters as well. So if you did check out my video on the Professor X, you do know that I absolutely love that figure. It's an awesome release, and I will put down in the description the link to FigureMasters Facebook page as well as OS Oz, because Paul Eyries was the man who hooked me up with these figures for a review. So definitely do check them out if you want to add them to your collection. So without further ado, let's get all of Magneto's accessories out here and take a look at everything he comes with. So first things first, he does come with an unmasked Mckellen Head sculpt, and they have done a terrific job with this actual head sculpt. The likeness is pretty much spot on. I just wish the hair paint was a little bit less thick. It does gum up the sculpt a little bit because the sculpt is there, the paint is just a little bit thicker, but it still looks really awesome. Now just be careful, there is a bit of bleed coming on the back and under the chin from the cape, so just be careful. These are brand new figures, so just watch out when you do have these head sculpts on the figure. Now, another bit of note, he does also only come with one peg to plug this onto the body. I had to switch it out on this Magneto figure, so maybe get some boiling water ready just to pop the head sculpt in order to get that out just a little bit easier. Luckily, these are pretty easy to get out on these ones, so I was able to just pull it out and switch it over, so that's fine. He also does come with the awesome metallic looking metal helmet. It does have a bit of slight texturing on it, so it does look like a metal piece, and it's a little bit flexible, so you can obviously have him holding that when he's unmasked. Now he does come with a wide variety of gesturing hands. He does have one on at the moment, but you can see that you can get some really awesome looking poses with those. Now he does come with a bit of a funky display base. I've never really seen anything like this, but it does sort of fold out to get a wider display, and then you can obviously slot the pole in there so you can get the full extended display base or just a smaller one. Now I will scroll up just a little bit to give you a look at the backdrop. So you can see, much like Professor X, Magneto also comes with a backdrop piece. So it's the bridge, obviously the Golden Gate Bridge, where he sort of magnetizes it, I guess you could say, in X-Men 3 and moves it over so he can get to Alcatraz. So an awesome backdrop piece, and I'm so glad that they actually went ahead and included that. Now, without further ado, let's get the figure out here and take a look at the details. First things first, you can see that the likeness is spot on. They have done a terrific job with the likeness underneath the helmet. In fact, if this was my figure, this is exactly how I would have it displayed with the helmet on. It looks really, really terrific. Now, you can see that he also does have that metal clip on his cape, and the cape is also lined in red, which is awesome. Now, out of the box, the cape had a bit of speckling. I'm not sure if you can still see it. You probably can just a little bit there. A little bit of silver sort of speckling. It was a bit interesting, but it managed to just sort of brush off. So if yours does have that, just give it a bit of a brush off and it should be fine. And you can see that the sort of outfit has this denim sort of texture, this interesting sort of quality to it, and it is also lined in red. And these pieces on the front are magnetic, so when you do bend the figure backwards, it does have a tendency to split open, so make sure you do just pull those parts back over and it will magnetize shut. So just to keep the illusion, obviously, that this is a figure with a closed shirt, not a busting out shirt. This isn't the ripped sort of 90s version of Magneto. This is obviously Ian McKellen. Now I will scroll down a little bit and give you the look at the rest of the outfit. So the pants are equally well done, as well as the boots. Now the boots are this sort of leather design, much like some of the Hot Toys Star Wars pieces. In fact, it's very similar with this piece, this tab that sort of comes up there, but that basically allows for better ankle articulation, which is really, really good. I'm so glad that they went with these instead of black plastic sculpted boots. These are a little bit more forgiving. Now I am incorporating the stand just because this guy is a little bit hard to get standing. I guess it could be the weight of the cape or the fact that the body is just a little tiny bit loose, which basically struggles to get him standing, and the fact that the boots are a little bit rounded as well. But that is a small gripe to have with a figure that looks as awesome as this guy does. So, without further ado, let's get Professor X out here and do a comparison. So in terms of a comparison between the two figures released by FigureMasters, you can see that they look really, really awesome together. They complement each other very, very nicely. So if you're picking up one, I highly, highly suggest you pick up the other one, be it Magneto or Professor X. Pick up them both because it's going to be well worth it in terms of having a complete display for your X-Men collection. Just wrapping up on this FigureMasters Magneto figure. He is another awesome release from the guys over at FigureMasters. If you're getting the Professor X, this is absolutely a must-have for your collection, especially if you're collecting any of the X-Men figures. Now, he does come with the awesome helmeted and unhelmeted head sculpts, which are absolutely fantastic. I do have one minor gripe, and it's the fact that the shirt sort of splits open when you straighten his back, but that does not overshadow how awesome this figure truly is. He's one definitely to add to your collection if you're going down the X-Men line. So definitely do check out FigureMasters' Facebook page. They have got protos of the upcoming Storm prototype, as well as some other figures in the works. Message Paul Eyries, he may still have some of these available, and definitely do check out my Instagram, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.